Hi, this is Myra with Boutique Paint. There's been a lot of questions about how to make a resin dam when you're using the molds, and especially since this new release has a lot of opportunities to do that. And what I mean by a resin dam is if you want to pour resin only in the top part of one of these molds, what do you do? Or maybe you want to do the top and the bottom, but you want to break and you don't want to have to cut it as soon as it pops out of the mold, which is an option, but you have to do it immediately while it's still soft. What I like to do, you could use clay, but my preferred method is a hot glue gun. And basically what you want to do is you want to find, this one's really easy. This one's got this automatic line right here. So we'll start with it. And you're just going to take your glue gun and you're going to go and just keep putting glue. And you may want a popsicle stick so that, or a toothpick, just so that you can kind of manipulate the glue a little bit if it goes places you don't want it to. And you're just slowly building this up. But you don't want it to go into the part that you're wanting to use. So just kind of take your popsicle stick. Sometimes it's better to let it cool down just a smidge before you build it up more. And of course, the strings, you know, I love the strings. Let's say we want to just do, let's scoot this guy over, like this part. And that part you could do in clear. And this will work with both clear and the 10-minute resin. But let's say we just want to use that part. So we're going to go ahead and start that one. And on the angel, I really like this gal up here. So I'm going to go ahead and start one across there. And I like to do this just like the resin. You want to do it in a batch. So you don't want to just be necessarily, you know, gluing one section. And that's why it's nice to have, you know, give that a little bit of time to start setting up so that you can build it up. So basically what you're wanting to do is build that to the top of the rim here. Let's see, what else do we want to do? Well, we want to do Santa, of course. And luckily he's got kind of the scraggly beard. So you don't really have to be precise with this. It will, I think it'll work no matter what. So you don't have to be quite as careful. Is this starting to set up a little bit? It feels like it. So I'm going to go ahead and come back in and add more glue. Let that set up a little bit. So I'm just coming through after this is set up a little bit and just adding more hot glue on top. If by chance you are trying to manipulate this a little bit and it pops out, just use your glue gun, put it on, put a little bit of it underneath and push it back down. Just like that. So I'll do that and that. You're ready to go again. This would be a good time to go ahead and add any mica powders or pigment powders. I'm going to do gold in this one, even though I didn't do a dam for it. Let's do that. I meant to and I forgot. Go in there and paint it in like you would paint. Make sure you get the edges. You can also mix this in with the resin so that you get a colored resin. So the way I'm going to do it, it'll be gold on the inside and then it'll be white on the back. Quite a few videos on doing powders with your resin. So if you're interested in that, I will link them below and you can watch those. I'm going to add to the dam here a little bit. So next what we want to do is we want to mix up the resin. I'm going to mix up a full batch. I get these little paper cups from the dollar store. Best place to get them for this. Fold. We'll do Santa first. There we go. And then so I'm going to do this one down here too. Now, if you do a pour and you don't have enough, I happen to have enough, if you quickly go ahead and mix up another batch, you can pour it right in on top. But that worked out perfect. A little sloppy there. Sometimes you just need to help it move along, and once it gets into those channels, once you pour a little bit more in there, it'll usually go. And I have a little bit more left, so I'm just gonna see if I can pour this one. And I have still a little bit left, so let's see. Let's do her little face because it's so sweet. Oh, but see, I didn't dam that, so of course it's just gonna run, but that's okay. It'll be good for something. It'll be thinner, so it'll be perfect like on the front of a book or a piece of art that you want to do, and you just want to use that sweet little face. As you can see, this is all curing up. We will wait for it to finish curing. Okay, we're all set up. I can see that I didn't dam this one perfectly, but we have a solution for that. So let's go ahead and start pulling these, and you can see what they look like. And you will see that the hot glue will come off and then you just need to pull it off. If you want to use it again, same thing, put a little bit of hot glue on there and put it back in. And you can see that that came out a little bit rugged, but you can also trim them. You take a pair of wire cutters and just come along and just kind of clean that up a little bit. You could file it with a fingernail file or a metal file. I'm just gonna do that. Let's go ahead and pull this. And then you have a nice icicle. Same thing. This one was a little thin on the pour, same with that one, but I'll just give you the idea. And that one I didn't pour with the intention of pouring the second half, otherwise I would have gone across there. Let's get this one, and you can see what the gold looks like. Look how pretty that is. You could hang it like that. That turned out pretty. I like that one. Let's pull this. So you can see the hot glue in here that it just did a perfect job of. So you got the little things once again. That's from me not going all the way to the top. One, that's kind of cool the way it's jagged. That's a lot of fun. And this one's not completely cured all the way down. But this kind of makes a cool effect too, just having the hot glue midway. You could leave it like that and do something cool with that. That one turned out really well. That was probably my best as far as how they turned out. This whole thing did. I got a little bit of a goober up here. But depending on what you're doing with these, you know, having little sticky up things probably may not interfere. And then we've got this one. I got to show you this. I did this one when I first got the mold, and it's kind of creepy. It almost looks like a skeleton angel, which is a little strange. But if you do mixed media, stuff like this, when you go to pour, look how beautiful that is. I mean, that is gorgeous. That could be a necklace right there. I mean, how pretty is that? That is awesome. If you do mixed media, this is perfect. You know, anytime you have just a little bit extra, pour it and then throw whatever in the box. And next time you do something, this would be beautiful on the front of a book. That would just be so pretty. And then you could do like, you know, draw in a dress, and this could be the embellishment of the dress, something like that. That is how you do the hot glue to make a dam so that you can do just pieces of the mold. And it worked out pretty well. So that's it for this week. If you have any questions, you can go to our website at www.boutiquepaint.com. And thank you so much for joining me. Bye.